Hey, this is Patrick from WorkHands, and today I'm going to take you through how you'll be able to approve your apprentice's hours from your phone instead of having to do it on a spreadsheet or a piece of paper. So, everybody should get an invite into WorkHands. The apprentices should be getting theirs. You as an employer or supervisor will get one as well. And if you don't, it probably means they don't have your email address, so make sure that the coordinator at the JATC has your email. When you get that email, you're going to go ahead and join now. And we're going to set up a password. And now, quickly, we're going to just confirm the information that we have already. You're joining WorkHands. I'm going to confirm the membership. If you've got a profile picture, go ahead and add it. It's just great for the apprentices and everybody else to see who's in the system. And now we're going to get dropped on our dashboard. And as an employer or supervisor, your dashboard is specific to you. Your apprentices have their own dashboard where they can see just their information. As a supervisor, you can see any of the apprentices with your employer, but you'll only be able to approve for the ones you're assigned to. And you'll get a quick welcome, but we're going to skip this tour because I'm going to give you a personal one. So you see you've got apprentices, we've got their time cards. Let's go ahead and open this up. And we'll see maybe a few apprentices. The ones we're assigned to, you can approve. You might have some people on staff who don't really need the ability to approve, but they want to oversee the apprentices. That can be set up as well. As long as they're a supervisor in the organization, they can see the other apprentices. They just wouldn't be able to approve unless they're assigned. Let's hop in and pull up one of our apprentices. And this will give you a view into what the apprentices see. The apprentices have, like I said, their own dashboard. They can track their total progress in here. And this is where they'll be logging in to submit their hours as well. So you can see the apprentices OJT and how they're doing. If you actually click through this, you can see the breakdown for their total hours. You'll see a bunch of green, which are hours you've approved, maybe some light green, which have been submitted awaiting approval, and red, which is generally what they're expected to get done during the apprenticeship program. And so they may not be there that yet, but it's just a good tool for them to see what they should be keeping track with. Now, the apprentices will get prompted each week to submit their hours, and each time they do, you'll get notified that you have 1, 2, 3 sets of time cards to approve. So you have this 2 submitted. And we'll see that the apprentice submitted some hours from May. It's going to be a little bit of backfilling hours before people got in. So it'll be total hours just for May. There's probably, let's say, for whatever reason, maybe you want to reject this. If we want to reject this, maybe because it doesn't line up to what you had on in your records, all you have to do is give some feedback. The system will notify the apprentice, and they'll resubmit to you. If everything looks good, which most of the time that's the case, you can just go ahead and approve. And now the apprentice will get notified that all their hours were approved, and then that gets taken out of your list of things to do. Now we have this one that was submitted for the first week of June, which we're getting closer to the current. And again, we'll see, the hours are listed in here. So we'll just go ahead and approve that. Now going forward, the apprentices will actually be able to track their hours for each day. So very similar to like you had on the previous evaluation form or spreadsheet. You'll be able to see each and every day the apprentice went through and submitted. You can approve them that way. And if you ever need to make changes to that, you can make changes directly as well. And that's really that. As a supervisor, that's most of what you'll be doing is approving hours that are submitted to you. If you ever need to reassign an apprentice to a supervisor, you can do that. There's evaluations that have been attached to those hours in the past. Those are coming soon as well. For right now, it'll just be the hours. But if we pull up, let's go and just grab the apprentice just so we can see how to do, say, a reassignment if that ever comes up. So we're going to pull up this apprentice. And you'll see, every apprentice has to be assigned to at least one supervisor. But maybe, I'm really not the right person to be approving this. That's fine. You can go ahead and add a different supervisor. And maybe it's someone who's not in the system. So we'll call this a new supervisor. If they were in the system, we'd see them, but we don't see them. So let's go ahead and add them. And let's get their email and put that in. And that'll invite them. And now, you can go ahead and make this person the primary. So they're the ones, and actually, if you have other people you want to switch over, you can do that. Let's just do it for this one as well. So that's going to update this one apprentice. So every time they submit now, it's going to go to that new supervisor. You still have access to come in here and approve. We're just not going to bother you. We're not going to put it in your workflow. But you can always come in, look at this apprentice account, pull up their time cards. By default, as a supervisor, we filter it on submitted, but we'll remove that. And you can see all of the hours have been approved so far. And you'll see that we automatically switch from you, example supervisor, to this new supervisor for the next one going forward. So if we take a look at this, we can actually see what the apprentice has filled out so far for this month. So when they actually submit going forward, you'll see this daily breakdown, just like you're used to seeing. So each day, breakdown where the hours were, sum up the total. You can actually jump around and see this in a spreadsheet view as well. So that's that. As supervisor, like I said, most of the time you'll be simply approving hours as they come through. You'll see on your dashboard the ones that are submitted, and then you'll log back in the next time. Now, if you have any questions at all about how to use WorkHands, we have chat support built right into the system. So you can actually start a conversation with our team, typically on here from morning East Coast working hours to evening West Coast. So start a conversation here. If for whatever reason we're not at our desks, we'll typically get back by email within an hour or so. Now that's it. Looking forward to see you on WorkHands. And don't be shy. Hit us up on support, and we'll see what we can do to make this easier for you. Thanks.